The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
All right. Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the South Florida Live podcast. Listen, I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and as we always start our episodes off saying, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, listen, y'all. You know what the day is. It is Thriving Thursday. So let's talk about the things that matter. We are going to talk about the things that matter on this evening. Listen, I am so excited tonight. Everyone need to come in. I need you really tonight. Listen, let me tell you something. Tonight is going to be tonight. It's going to be special. It's going to be engaging. It's going to be emotion. It's going to be uplifting. You do not want to miss this talk I have going on tonight. The interview I have tonight. You don't want to miss it. So if you're watching by Facebook, this is what I need you to do. You see it. It says like, share, and tell me that, say good evening to me. Drop something in on me. All right? Just a little bit. Drop something in on me. Let me know that you're there. Let me know that everything is good. The signal is fine. The sound is fine. Just say good evening and let me know where you are. What city you repping, what area you in, what town you in. Let me know. So I also need you to tag a few people. I need you to tag 10 people tonight and let them know the South Florida Live podcast is on. Yes, we are live, L-I-V-E. We are live, and it's Thriving Thursday. And we're going to talk about the things that matter on tonight, y'all. This is going to be real special tonight. You do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss this episode tonight. So please share it with someone. Let someone know that we're on. Tag at least 10 people Facebook. Those that are viewing by YouTube, thank you so very much. That's viewing by YouTube. I appreciate you viewing by YouTube. Thank you so much. And listen, if it's your first time viewing us by YouTube, I need you to go ahead and please like and share. But if your very first time, if you're viewing us by YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, please. We're trying to get our subscriber numbers up. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, and then you click on that bell and click notification, click all. That way, every time we go live, you will know that we are live, that we're on, because you'll be notified, and you can jump on and join the conversation, because tonight is going to be special. It's going to be special. I am so excited about the episode tonight, so don't miss out. Don't allow nobody else to miss out. Please share with somebody. Would you do that? Thank you so very much. Once again, come on in. Thank you for those that are coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for those that's coming in. Good morning, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, Miranda Ann Hardeman. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to the South Florida Live podcast. Thank you for joining us on tonight. Please tag somebody, if you will. Tag somebody, tag a few people in your Facebook. Let them know that we're on, that we're on live, and it's going to be a great talk. It's going to be a great conversation on tonight. They do not want to miss it, okay? Do that for me, if you will. All right, those that are on YouTube, I haven't heard from you yet. Say something. Say hello. Say good evening, if you will. Let us know that you're there. Don't be scared. Good evening once again, everybody. Hey, listen. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds. No, I'm not gonna give y'all a few seconds. Come on, join it, because conversation I want to have, I want to make sure I get it all in. I want to, I just want to get in. I don't want to rush tonight. I don't want to rush this. My guest tonight. I want to talk. I want to be able to talk. I want them to share everything tonight. And listen, trust me, y'all. Y'all gonna thank me later, but this one right here. Okay, you're gonna thank me later. Once again, good evening to everybody that's coming in. Thank you for coming in on tonight. Listen, you know what's coming up. Let's talk about it. Y'all know I got to talk about it. Y'all know I got to talk about it. Next week, early voting. Early voting kicks in. I hope everyone have done their homework like I have asked you to do by getting familiar with the candidates, knowing who they are, researching them. Even if you hear them, listen to what they've been saying, and we need to vote. And I've been stressing. July 20th was the last day to register to vote. So I hope everyone did that. I hope everybody took care of that. Now, if you have not updated your information or updated anything that's in your status, I think you can still do it. I believe you can still do it. All right. So those that had a birthday and you got a new driving license, I've been stressing this. I've been talking about this for a while. If you got a new driving license, listen, you need to go and update that in the system if you're Broward County election office, Dade County election office, you need to go on your election office website and update your information. Any information, all right, especially that driving license, because most of the time when they come in, they don't ask for your voter's registration card, they ask for your driving license, and your driving license number need to match who you are. All right, so you need to take care of that. If you haven't, please do that. And I hope you had talked to some of the 18-year-olds that just got out of high school and found out that was they registered to vote. If they weren't, I hope you took them or you did it online and you registered them to vote. All right. Now, one thing is this area is very dear to me, to my heart, is that our seniors. It's our responsibility, y'all, to take care of our seniors. Okay. I keep wanting to say senior saints like I'm in church. We got to take care of our seniors. All right. Those that are in our community, those that are in our family, those that are in our neighborhood. If you know any senior member, you need to help them out. That's for us. And most of the time they're going to do mail-in. So it's our responsibility, y'all, as a community, as a group, for us to go and find out if they first filled those mail-in ballots outright. Did they do it right? Everything is done and their signature is on it. Because that's going to be very important, because they want to play with the signature and all that stuff. So you need to make sure that their signature is on it. Once they have done that, help them take it to the mailbox. Make sure it get in there. If you want to take them and drive them down to the election office and drop it into the in the box or into the mailbox for them, that's good too. But we need to look out for our seniors. We need to make sure that everything is right. I've been saying it for a month so now or more, that we need to make sure that their status was right, that everything was good with their voting status. All right. So I hope everybody did that. I hope everybody took care of that. And I hope you did it. And everything is good, because next week, here we go. We're ready to go. And I've been pushing that early voting. Hey, let's just do it. Let's get it out of the way. Overwhelming numbers of early voting. Take care of it. Get it out of the way. I know this gerrymandering map is out there, but y'all, we can kill that. We can kill that spirit. How we can kill that spirit? We got to vote in record numbers. We have to get out and vote. Everybody has to vote. I keep telling y'all, Uh, we got to make sure that those that doubt that their vote count, we got to make sure that they know that they vote count. Because guess what? If your vote did not count, why are they trying to do the things that they do? Because I hear a lot of people, oh man, my one little vote don't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You got to know that your vote matters. Your vote matters. And you got to remember this, no vote is a vote. Ask those 90 million folks that did not vote in the 2024 election. 90 million. Yeah, 90 million that did not vote in the 2024 election. And all this that's going on now, the 90 million that did not vote, you can't say anything. You can't complain about it. You can't beef about it. You can't get mad about it because you didn't vote. All right? Let's not be like the 90 million. Let's have 90 million that show up, that vote, and where we can take care of what we need to take care of, make some changes, because Lord knows we need some changes, because gas prices are still high, groceries are still high, and that dude in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is getting worse. It ain't getting better. It's not getting better. I don't care what nobody say. It's not getting better. All right? But we got to get out and vote. All right? I'm done with that. All right? I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Listen, y'all. I am so excited tonight for this amazing woman that I'm about to bring on this evening. Listen, when I first saw her, it was an encouraging moment for me. But you know what? I'm gonna bring on first, and I'll talk about that stuff later. But it was an encouraging moment, and y'all, I just reached out. The Lord put it in my spirit to reach out to them, and I did, and they accepted the invitation to come on and share their journey, share their talk with us on tonight. Hey, y'all, I am so happy to have this amazing young lady with me on tonight, the one and only herself, Miss Coretta Smith Morgan. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, young lady. Good evening. I don't know if they got a freezing up over there. Hello. I think we having a little technical over on that side. Let me see if I can reach out to them. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? No.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. We may have to go back out, come back in. Let's see if we can correct this little situation. We may have to go log. They may have to log out and come back. The devil is a lie. It is not happening. We're going to have this interview tonight. We're going to have this chat tonight. We're going to have this chat tonight. While we're taking care of that, y'all, while we're getting it done, once again, let's remember to go vote. Let's do it. Hey, I want to say this. I want everyone to please, y'all, please keep my friend, my brother, Craig Walden, and his family and the family in your prayers. He just lost his father the other day, and I've been there. I know the feeling. I know that place. I've experienced that place. That's a very tough place. So y'all keep him lifted up in your prayers for me, please. Please keep him lifted up. Um, cause I know how that can be. I know the place. I know how hurting that is, and I know they were close. So let's keep Craig Walden and his family in your prayers. Once again, let's continue to keep the Nolan Wells family in your prayers and the other families that I just found out that the young man who went fishing with a group of guys and didn't come back home, and a young man who was over someone's house and end up shooting gunshot wound to the head. Y'all, this thing is serious. We got to pray for our kids and keep our kids lifted up in prayer all the time. So let's keep them lifted up. And I know sooner or later we're gonna get the answer that we need. Hey, listen, we're having some technical difficulty over there. Y'all hold tight real quick. Let's see if we can fix this matter. All right, let's try this. Good evening. No. Go out. Come back in.
Can you hear me? Go back out.
All right, so we straighten this out. Hey, we gonna make this work, y'all. Trust me. I'm gonna kick them out. Yeah, we're gonna make this work. So y'all hold tight, please hold tight. Don't go nowhere because you want to see that. You want to hear this chat on tonight. So don't go nowhere. Please don't leave us. Don't leave us. We're gonna get this straightened out. We're gonna get this straightened out. It's gonna work. It's gonna work for the good of those who love the Lord. Okay, patience is a virtue. So don't go nowhere. Just hold tight. Listen, once again, let's make sure that we go and vote. Let's take care of that. Let's take care of our responsibilities with that. Okay. Let's see. All right. Listen. While we're waiting while we're trying to get this situated, I was talking about how I ran across this amazing young lady. Of course, we be scrolling on Facebook and we be scrolling across things, and this so happened this particular day, this it popped up on my Facebook page of this young lady working out. She was jogging, and it wasn't a regular jog. So I it did something to me. It pushed me, and like I was sharing with her earlier, I was at that particular time. I was at a place where in life where I was close to like letting it go, like releasing it, and life was getting heavy. Life was lifing, and I wanted to throw in the towel. I wanted to give up. I wanted to quit. I wanted to do the pity party thing, all that, y'all. All I wanted to do, all that. I wanted to do it all. I just wanted. I was gonna just go into depression and just if it if I go, I go. I was just at that point. And at that time, the Lord allowed this to pop up on my feed. And when I say it encouraged me so, it encouraged me so. So I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share why I had started calling her my inspiration. And when I finally met her, we were at a event, and she walked by me, and I'm like, oh my God, that's my inspiration. And so you know how a guy come and walk up to someone, like, and sometimes they be thinking like, hold up, dude, whoa, I'll be trying to pick me up. But that was not the case. I was just excited because I'm like, wait a minute, this is the lady that I see on Facebook all the time working out. And so I just walked up to her, and I said, hey, listen, I watch you on Facebook and you be working out. She's like, oh, okay. That kind of relaxed it, because I said that I was, I saw on Facebook working out. Now she knew it wasn't like me trying to pick up on her. I wasn't trying to, I'm not that person. I wasn't trying to pick up on her. But I was just intrigued and excited to see the person who I began calling my inspiration. So I'm gonna play this clip that I saw the first time I saw it. It lifted me up and told me not to give up, not to throw in the towel, and keep going. The Yeah, it's no volume to it, but that right there, y'all, that did it for me. When I saw this young lady, and you can tell she had a stroke. She got paralysis in the arm and the leg. But y'all, most of us would have been trying to do that and quit halfway. But this right here, y'all, this right here pushed me to not to give up. When I saw that, I said, man, oh my God, I can't believe she is working out. And when I say this young lady does this every day, she does this. It's like she's out there like at least 3 or 4 times a day. A week, 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm like, oh man, even now, y'all, I need to be out there working out. I need to be running. I need to be jogging. I need to be at least walking. And when you see this young lady doing the things that she's doing and accomplish the stuff that she's doing, y'all, listen, that's a testimony to us. That's encouraging to me. I don't know about y'all, but that's encouraging to me that don't give up. Don't give up. She's never given up. She hasn't given up. She still do this. Y'all, listen, I got another one for you. She was in the gym lifting weights. Yes, lifting weight. Y'all don't believe me? Okay. All right. No, that's not the one. There we go. Y'all, really? Y'all see that? Y'all got to be kidding me. I'm telling you, if this don't inspire you, this don't encourage you, this don't lift you up, I don't know what will. I don't know what would do it. Hey, you guys are back?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yay! I was just showing them the clip while you were gone, and wow, I'm just like, y'all, listen. Do y'all see this? She ain't doing half knee bends. She doing full squats. So this is what, and this was what got me. And when I saw it, and I showed them the first one, we'll go back to it.
What happened?
Oh. Ah. Da-da-da. That right there. This is the clip that I saw that got me. That's the clip. And that right there, y'all, that encouraged me, that uplifted me. And when I saw her at the event, I was like, whoa, that's my inspiration. And this is what has been inspiring me every time I get in a low place. I was telling them, rather, that I was sharing that I saw this, and I was at a place where I was real low. I was ready to give up, depression, all that. And when I saw that, it encouraged me not to give up and not to throw in the towel. So here, and I've said it before, I just want to thank you for doing what you do and being that inspiration for so many people. Thank you so much for that, for being that inspiration. So once again, y'all, it's my friend, it's my lady, it's the lady, Coretta Smith Morgan.
I can't hear you.
Good evening. Still can't hear me. Oh, no. Good evening. No, come on, Jesus. Hello? Hello? Oh, man.
Hey.
Hello?
Go back out. I can't hear nothing.
I'm gonna kick you out. Yeah. So, wow. She can't hear me. I can hear her, but she can't hear me. So we're gonna see if she go back out and come back in, and see how that work out, y'all. But I just wanted to show that clip to everybody. I wanted to show that just to those that may have wanted to throw in the towel, give up. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. If Coretta can push through it, if Coretta can be, just keep going and keep fighting, we can do the same thing. All right, we can do the same thing. Hello. Hey, there we go. Hi. Woo. Thank you. Once again, good evening and welcome to the South Florida Live Podcast. How you doing this evening?
Well, thank you.
Good. As you saw, I was showing my clip that I was telling you that encouraged me, that lifted me up during the time where I was about to give up. And that 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 clip came across my feed on Facebook, and it encouraged me so until I I just began to call her my inspiration, y'all. And I didn't know her. I didn't know who she was, but the Lord worked it out where we end up being in the same room one evening, and she walked by me, and at first I was looking like, no, that's not her, and I'm like, no, that's not her. Now, mind you, Coretta, we had passed by me. We had walked past each other at least about 3 or 4 times
I'm sure.
before I decided to say something to you because I wasn't sure. And coming up to speaking to young ladies, whatever. Sometimes they like, hey, nah, dude, this ain't trying to. We ain't picking people up around here now. Uh, so because I think because you were like, who is this? Who are you?
Right.
You had that who are you face on there and I'm like, no, I said you be working out on Facebook, and I think that's what kind of got it and broke it, and I told you I called you my inspiration. So the Lord led me to reach out to you to have you come on, and I'm so glad that you accepted the invitation to come on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. We got you on. We don't want to lose no sound. Why we got you now. Um so um so for those that are those meeting you for the first time, they've never heard about you or know about you like I was. Can you tell a little something about you? Just who you are. Just a little something.
Yes.
And about your journey and um how you were before the stroke, and then the life after the stroke, like dreams and stuff that you had before this happened.
Yes. Happy
Happy
Thursday
Thursday
evening,
evening,
everyone.
everyone.
My name
My
is
name is
Coretta
Coretta
Smith
Smith
Morgan.
Morgan.
I'm
I'm
54
54
years
years
young,
young,
a
a
wife,
wife,
a
a
mother of two
mother, two
beautiful
beautiful
daughters,
daughters,
and a
and a
handsome
handsome
grandson,
grandson,
and an
and an
8 year old
8 year old
daughter.
daughter. Wow. 8 years?
8 years.
Wow. 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 So listen, so before the stroke, what did life look like for you and what were the dreams at that time?
Oh my
Oh
God,
my God,
life was
life was
beautiful.
beautiful.
I was
I
a
was a
thriving
thriving
hairstylist,
hairstylist,
business
business
salon
salon
owner,
owner,
had a
had a
good
good
income,
income,
just
just
living the
living the
life.
life.
I would
I would
never
never
thought
thought
I had a
I had a
stroke.
stroke.
My
My
dream was to
dream was to
become a
become a
platform
platform
stylist, like
stylist. Like,
preaching and teaching at hair shows. That was my dream. I was looking forward to it at the time. And just all of a sudden on October 31st, Halloween midnight, out of nowhere, I had a stroke
wow.
with
Um,
no signs. Went about my day, a whole work day. Went and sat over to a friend house. Left her house about, I guess about, it was late, about 11:30, quarter to 12. And she always say, call when you get home. But my call was when I got home, was at midnight, telling her, my daughter telling her that I had a stroke just that quick. Now we don't live like not even 10 minutes away from each other. I'm just grateful that I didn't have that stroke driving home, because as soon as I walked in my house, that's when it occurred. So I was grateful for that it didn't happen with me leaving her house.
yeah. So let's go to that. Let's go to that. So can you take us back? Take us back to the day your stroke happened, and what do you remember the most?
But I remember the most is at midnight. I just walked in my bed. I walked in the house, came in and spoke to my husband. Like, hey, went to my side of the house, because that's where my bedroom is, on the other side of the house, way from the front. So I walked in my room, said, I'm gonna get ready for bed. And then all of a sudden I went to walk into the restroom. I just collapsed to the floor. And I was like, well, mind you, I was doing boot camp training before that. I was fit, think
Mhm.
health, thinking I'm healthy, So when I fell to the floor, I said, well, I realized I couldn't move. So I tried to catch the bed, the leg of the bed and pull myself up. I said, maybe I can pull myself. I couldn't pull myself up. So thank God I left my room door open wide enough for me to yell for my husband to come to me. He came in the room. I'm on the floor. He said, what happened to you? You broke your ankle or something? I said, I don't know. I just fell. So he set me up in the middle of the bed off the floor, and I said, go get my daughter, go get my mom, because now their bedroom is on the front side of the house where I don't pass them. Go get them. My oldest daughter came and straddled across to me and said, Mom, who I am, I said, girl, you Karina, get off of me. I know who you are, you my daughter. I'm just talking through the whole stroke, through having the stroke. And my husband, he realized, he said, she's slurring, call 911. Mind you, I live right around the corner from Station 37. So when I say they got to me within 10 minutes, I was at Florida Medical Hospital, went through a CT scan just that quick into emergency brain surgery. I had a clot on the right side of my brain, so it gave me left side paralysis.
Wow.
So, and they had to do immediate 4-hour surgery. But the blessing, I was alert the whole time.
Mm.
I'm talking to the doctor, asking him what he's doing to me. He's explaining to me. I remember everything. And I said, is it gonna hurt me? And he said, no, I'm going up through your groin into your brain, and I need to break this clot up to save your life. I said, break it up. He was like, yeah. I said, is it gonna hurt? He said, no, you shouldn't feel anything, but if you do, you might feel a pinch. I was able to count 5 pinches while he was in my head.
Oh,
And
wow.
they just wanted to put me under. He was like, no, we're not putting her out to do this procedure because I like the state that she's in. She's talking, she's alert. I'm just going to go through her groin and do this, with the coil. I'm not going to put her out to sleep. When I tell you, God was just with me the whole time. And I see you, everybody comes to my bedside. This like 2 a.m. in the morning, loved ones, friends come to my bedside. I'm up there telling them with tubes all in me, telling them the story from the beginning of my day until I had that stroke. Was able to came out talking, you're not walking, but talking, telling, kept my mind. God kept my mind. I was able to remember so many things, like bank account numbers, card numbers, because my husband's like, I had to tell him everything, because when you're married, sometimes one person do this and one person do that, but he would have been lost. But God gave me my mind to be able to tell him everything he needed to know for us to move forward.
Wow.
And
So
that's the story, but that's how the
yeah.
stroke
So
happened.
so when you went in, so you never had to be sedated or anything
Never,
like that.
never.
So the
Thank
whole
God.
time, wow. So the whole time
4 hours
you was just wide awake. You was aware of what was going
doing
on.
this, like, yes, like, yes,
Oh my. Because that's a lot of times that's not normal. Because I know
it's not.
my mom in '09
Yeah,
uh
that's a
suffered a
miracle.
yeah.
That's why
So
nobody can tell me what God won't do.
yeah, and
No.
she was in sedation
Yes.
for a while because
Mhm.
she had a major stroke on, and she had a heart attack at the
Oh,
same
wow.
time. So and that's why I'm actually, and I know other stroke victims that
Right.
end up having to go in
Yes,
sedation,
yes.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't have to go in sedation at all.
At all.
Wow. And you
At
did say
all.
now, because I know having a stroke, time is everything.
Absolutely everything.
So it worked out. God had it in his plan that um you were close. So what was the time limit? What was about the time for paramedics to reach you? 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30
Not
minutes?
even, not even 5 minutes. When I say I live right around the corner from the fire station, that's the place. My house is right around the corner from the fire station, Lauderdale Lake, Station 37.
Hmm.
Between the time them getting to my house and taking me to Florida Medical, I would say it was about 10 minutes. Because when they put you in the EMS, they already called the hospital, let them know they have a stroke, they're coming. So as soon as I got there, went through the CT scan, they saw what it had. I had 2 clots, to be honest. I had the one go to the brain, I had one go to my lungs, a pump,
Mm.
So he said he had to go after the one in my brain to save me. So
Oh,
that this one alone, which is shrunk by the time I left rehab. But I had two clots, not one. I had two traveling.
So with them having to do the brain, was there any memory loss?
None. All I had was brains, a little swelling. I was in ICU for 31 days. And then I went on to rehab for 25 days. But I had no memory loss. When I said no memory loss, when I said his mind is so intact, I
Wow.
told y'all I remember bank card numbers, bank numbers. I knew my driver license, my debit card number. I knew that by heart. How I don't know, but I gave it to my husband. Everything.
Oh
That's
my.
good to know. I still had it all up in here, and still do. Even after them 30 plus years, I've done hair. From doing hair, it's still right here. I
Still
was
there.
my daughter, trained her. She was my assistant at the time, so I was able to. I trained her. So after wasn't able to do it, she started doing the clients that would allow her to do the hair for me.
So now you've gone through the procedures. They did what they had to do. You've been probably in the hospital for a while, and then
31 days.
um, so what was the biggest challenges? The challenge you faced during those first days and weeks of recovery and
Not
probably
being
rehab.
able to walk and use my left side, and not being able to walk on my own. That was the biggest shit, because you're used to doing
On your own.
you
Yeah.
got to have somebody help you do everything. Yeah. So that was my biggest
And
challenge.
how did that? How long did the rehab and your recovery go? How long was it until you said you started was able to walk on your own, stand up on your
Well,
own, and do?
when I went to rehab at Memorial South down in Hollywood, they asked you when you come in there, what is your goal? So I said, my goal is to be walking when I leave here. That's my goal. I want to walk before I leave here. And they said, okay. So within those 25 days I was there, I left there walking with a cane. I told them I didn't want to be in no, I had to use a wheelchair at some point, but I want to be able to walk with a cane when I get out of here. And that was my goal for rehab.
So, so
I
during that time, was there ever a moment, ever a time that you just got in that place where you questioned whether you would fully recover? Would you recover?
Oh yeah, of course, but I knew I had to work at it. So, I said, I know because like I told you, what helped me was being in that boot camp training prior to that. I used to boot camp train 5 days a week, 6 a.m. in the morning. So, I think that's what really helped me get back into wanting to work hard, to work at what I needed to do to get to that point. Because I'm just at one.
Yeah, and I'm sure during that time I mean your faith was probably challenged and just your belief was challenged and you like I don't know if you were sometime you had that moment like Lord why me why
Yeah,
is this happening to me during those darkest moments how did you hold on to your faith and belief during those moments.
because I knew that's the only way I was going to get through is with faith and belief and trust in God, knowing that He can heal my body. Because I seen Him do it for other stroke victims, so I knew He could do it for me. And I've always been in church since 7 years old. I was born and baptized in church, so I've been. That's all I know is church, church, church. So I was always being that church girl. So God always been with the Lord. So. And that's all I knew I could had to stand on was my faith and my trust and my belief in God to get me through this journey that I'm on. So and he
Because I asked Coretta, I asked you that question because I know sometimes there have to be some emotional battles
oh
that you
yeah, I had
that
a lot of
yeah that people
crying emotional stuff. Honey.
most
And
people
that was only because when I'm out, and having to depend on somebody else to do something for you.
yeah because I'm sure that was a lot of moments that behind the scene
Oh yeah.
that you was by yourself and a lot of people did not see could not see some of those moments. Um, so what did you learn about yourself through it all, through that whole experience?
That I can still live life after stroke. I don't have to just give up. I can still push, move forward, do what I've been doing, dress, look apart, keep my hair, everything together. So, you know, life after stroke. There's life after stroke. That's my whole motto. life after stroke. You don't have to stay stuck in that place or use it as your excuses. You can't. Everything's over because it's not. Because if I feel, if God spared my life, that means there's purpose, and I should live it. And that means live life. Because if it wasn't for me to live my life, He would have took me when He could have on the
Mm,
operating table. That's
right,
my whole, yeah, He
right,
could have took me then. That's what I always look at. Like, wow, God, this could have been different 8 years ago, but I'm still here.
right. And do you ever get to that place where you like, Lord, I know it's a purpose.
Right.
I'm here. It's a purpose. Why what happened to me? There's a purpose. And you got to that point to understand your purpose?
Yes. That's why I become an advocate for stroke because I'm walking the journey. So for me to pull others with me to, show them, what got me where I am, and to help others, to encourage, inspire, and uplift other stroke survivors that they can live after stroke. And it's still life to live. We got to push on and press. God gave us with the best of the mobility that we do have left, because you might not have it all, but He gave you some so you can do something. So
Right.
yeah,
And
so
I know with dealing with my mom and some others that I know that have, been in this place. Um Family and
yes,
support um system is very important
yes, it is.
during the recovery.
That's
So
the most
how
important.
important was your family support,
Oh,
and
they
how
was there.
how engaging were they in your recovery?
They was on me. My whole family, my mother, my sister, my oldest daughter, and my husband. I mean, I can't even. It's words can't even express how they've been there for me. My husband never wavered. It's been 8 years. He's still there, holding it down. Making sure I'm good. And my oldest daughter, I must say, when I say a good caretaker, now
Mm,
that one right there, she was my everything during that time. My youngest was in college, so she didn't experience all that from the first, when it first happens, because she was. But I thank God she stayed in her studies, and she
mm.
stayed focused, knowing that her mom, was going through. And she graduated. I was able to attend her graduation. I flew up and everything. The new she was at LSU in Baton Rouge, so I flew to New Orleans to see her walk the stage. So yeah, so
Wow.
it was a lot. But I
Listen,
just
y'all, this is a strong testimony to just how, if you trust God, if you continue to trust God, He'll put your mind,
Mhm.
because He said, you know, just trust me, and I'll put your mind in perfect peace. If your mind keep your mind stayed on me, I'll give you perfect peace.
Because I
If you
always say, when it's out of my control, God has to take control. That's for all of us. Whatever we can't handle, we got to give it to Him and let Him just do the rest. And just say, Lord, you got this wheel because I can't drive it. You got to drive it.
Yeah,
It's out of your hands. You just got to totally give it to Him. You have no choice. I mean, if you're a believer,
yeah, yeah.
just
I
trust
mean,
God.
and times it, like I said, I was at that place, man. I was at that place where I was like, you know what? I want to have the pity party.
And
I
that's something I didn't do. I didn't have pity parties with myself because, even those days I'd be like, I said, rather nobody ain't gonna show up for you but you. So if I don't do it, who gonna do it for me? And I can't improve just sitting back and having pity parties and wanting people to feel sorry for me. That's never been me. That's never been my character from upbringing. I've always been that determined, independent woman. Just didn't want nobody to do nothing for me. I was just always on everything. So it was a big challenge and a big change for me.
yeah.
And it's still going. But God is faithful. He's been faithful. He's been so good to me.
And you've proven that. I mean, like I said, you were uplifting to me. So
Um,
if you was uplifting to me, I know you've been uplifting to so many others that watch you, that have came across your Facebook post, and I'm like, whoa, wow, like I did. I mean, like I said, like I was telling the viewers audience earlier that at the time that I saw your that post, it was at that low time, a low moment for me.
Yes.
And it was right on time, that God needed me to see it to pull me out of what I was going through.
And
So
I thank God for allowing me to be that person because I had a like I was telling you earlier behind the scene. I have a really close friend of mine was sharing some things that she was going through, and she just poured out to me. She said, "Retta, you just don't know how much strength I draw from you because you never wavered from day one. 8 years you've been, going on. You ain't let nothing stop you. You just never wavered. You never went against God. You just stayed focused and kept doing what you had to do." So yes.
so give me this. I mean, we're gonna go to your foundation, but what advice, this question here, what advice would you give a caregiver or a caretaker who are supporting a loved one that's recovering from a stroke? What advice would you give?
I would tell them all caretakers need to take time for self. Get you a time where if you have somebody to relieve you, come sit with your your loved one that may be having challenges from a stroke, just to get out and get some, get your mind, I would say take time for yourself. It's a
Yeah.
must because you need it. Because to be honest, my mom, everybody's been there for me as a caretaker, at my beck and call. But now it has changed. Now I'm my mom's caretaker. She's with me, so now I'm caretaking for her. She just
Mhm.
had some surgery, and she lives with us. So now I'm her caretaker. So just flip. But I would do that because they did it for me. But like I said, caretaking is not for the faint.
No,
but
no.
but you would do it for your loved one because that's what love does. So
Because with mommy, it was the thing that I always remember. If it was me, I know what she would be doing for me. So
yeah.
it was tough, and I often tell people, caretakers and caregivers now, because if I knew then what I know now, I would have did a lot of things differently.
Yeah.
So I can share a lot with those that are going through. There, like you said, hey, listen, call whoever, arrange something that somebody can come and sit with them for
Trust,
a
come sit with you, let you get that outlet, get that time out,
while,
and
away
just regroup because you need it. Because you just stuck in this place all these hours, just one place, and doing everything because nobody's there to help you do it. So you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
and I
yeah, I
think
would
a
say
lot of
take
times,
time for self. It's a
people
must.
people people don't realize, and you probably know this as well as anybody, a lot of time it's just not all physical, it's mental.
It's mental, yes,
It's mental. The mental
absolutely.
alone can drain you. The
That's what
mental,
I said. Healing is in the mind. So whatever you put your mind to, it can happen.
it
I
can
always
happen.
tell people healing is in your mind. You have to want it. You have to believe, you can overcome.
Right,
And that's just the bottom line.
right.
Yes.
So let's talk about this foundation step by step with Coretta Foundation. Tell us about your foundation step by step. What inspired you to create it?
It inspired me because I wanted to uplift, encourage, and inspire other stroke survivors as well as me, and to help them, like navigate through this journey because it's a lot we go through that people don't know that we go through behind the scenes. But I know because I'm living it and done lived it and walked through it. So that's what inspired me to do the foundation to help other stroke survivors, you know, lift them up and navigate through and stuff that they may not know that they need to know to get to where they need to get. Like I had a personal trainer, like this one year lady, Joy. Her name is Joy, that she started walking with me here recently. And my personal trainer who got me over my fear. And that's where Joy is right now. She's, fearful because I'm out there. We working out now, and I'm trying to tell her to do stuff. She told me, "No, I'm not ready for that." I said, "I got to get you with my lady that got me over my fear factor." And
Mm,
I introduced her. I took her to her. She assessed it and everything, and and that's what I want to do to show them
step.
where they can get the connections and stuff that they need to better themselves.
And that's the thing that we should, and I applaud you on that, because a lot of time we get out, we get the intake or people to help us, and we get better, and then we don't want to share with somebody else who's going through it. And I think that can be very selfish on some people's part, that we should be able to share it. There's a
No,
lot of
that's
people
not my
that's
fault because I have, my heart goes out to him because I know the struggle. You know what I'm
right,
saying? It's not an easy path to go through. I don't wish this on nobody. When I say nobody, nobody, because you don't want to live this life not being able when you used to doing everything for yourself, and it takes away your livelihood. I used to do hair, so I can't use my hands. So all that, you think about everything is just changed.
right.
And it's like, wow, you never saw it coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
So
God
tell us
time.
what is the long term goal for your foundation? Where do you see your foundation, say, in the next probably 5 years?
I see my foundation next 5 year helping plenty many stroke survivors. I want to be that one to give the caregivers that time away. That's what I want to be. I want to be able to figure out a way I can get where I can be with their loved ones, whatever, just to get them that time, to just woosah and just go to like I want to call it a daycare, but a center,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
just drop them off. Y'all go on, but we got this. Get my little staff. That's really where my heart is. That's what I want to do. Just be able to help, bring them in, do different activities, arts and crafts, things that they did for me in rehab. It's not a rehab, but it's still a facility. Just good for them to get active. Have my trainer there. Do everything. That's my long term goal. That's my
Yeah,
dream.
and that,
That's what I
I
want to
mean,
do.
wow, that sounds great. That sounds
That's what
great.
I plan on doing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that way
And
the
then not cutting you out, but I want to just share this about the insurance part because when you have insurance and you have a stroke, they
talk about
only give us like so many like sessions of rehab. I mean, no, of therapy. I mean therapy. And it's mostly like 12. But out of them 12, we always have a copay. You got to pay $25, $30, whatever your copay is to your insurance. It's not just the insurance not paying for it all. They still charge you a copay. And most of us, when we have strokes, we end up not being able to work. So I want to be that person, be like, oh, you don't have your copay today. I got you. I can do that. That's what I want to be. I want
wow,
to be that person.
wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, wow, that's big. That's great. Wow, that's great. I applaud you. Yeah, that's great.
Cause it get struggle, cause it get hard, cause going from make six figure earning to nothing, and then you got to rely on this and rely on that, and therapy. Then if you want to do outside stuff like trainer, I just thank God for my husband. He was trying to do everything he could to help me, help me get what I could get back. But that training was the best thing that happened. So everything y'all see me do on those slides, she
Mhm.
got me to that point. And it
Right.
was worth the money that he
Wow.
invested in her to help me. And I'm glad I met her.
See, and that's what we need. We need more people that's been there who can share with others who need
Yes.
to go through it.
And
And
that's
I love the idea of having a facility where you can just bring um
yeah,
those patients there, those family members there, and that way the caregivers can have a what's that, a me day.
a me day. Yes, a
Me
me
day.
day.
Yeah, just a me day. Get away and just relax. Like I said, if I knew then what I know now, I would have did totally. My siblings and I would have did things totally different. But we end
Yes.
up being blessed where we end up having nurses that end up being around the clock, because
Yeah.
at first it was on us, and we all had a shift, and I had the night shift.
Yeah.
So
But you had to go through that, so
yeah,
you know,
right, right.
everything is for a reason. So you had to go through that so you can look at life differently, certain things
Definitely.
differently,
Yeah.
have
And
different view of something.
it did. It opened up.
Because it's so eye opening.
Yeah, it definitely opened my eyes to a lot.
Yeah.
So that's great. So now, congratulations, um, on your upcoming book. I don't know if the book is out or is upcoming
Yes,
or
actually, it's live already. As
okay,
of yesterday, they said it became live on Amazon, but it's still like the paperbacks and stuff like that still being reviewed. But it is the Kindle and all that is available on
okay.
Amazon.
So they can go on Amazon or Kindle
Yes. Hmm.
and purchase the book.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm still
Yes.
here.
Yes.
A journey of life after stroke with Coretta.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Hey, listen, there it is, y'all. That book is out. I thought it was coming out, but it's out.
Yes.
Go get it. Please go get it. I'm sure I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna probably bring you back on if you have time and we're gonna
I
talk
would
about the
love
book.
to. I would
We'll
love
talk
to.
about the book.
Yeah.
If if your time permits and we can do that, we'll talk about the book.
Yes.
So now, um, I know what inspired you, but how challenging it was for you to actually kind of I'm because I'm writing a book myself and and I should have been done with it, but sometimes things get challenging, we get
Yeah.
distractions
It
and
does.
things happen. How did you stay focused and not distracted on finishing the book?
Because once I made my mind up to do it, I said, I started, so I have to finish. And what inspired me, because so many people was asking me, when is your book coming? When they know part of my story, when is your book coming? I was like, book? I don't know. So it's been asked years ago. So one day I was just sitting at home. I said, let me look into about, how to write the book. So I just, Googling. I just started from that point and just I said, okay. And as I was going and it's actually a part two coming too.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now, if someone was to go get your book, like me, I'm gonna go get your book. What can readers expect when they open the first chapter?
There's life after stroke. After anything you go through, you still can have life. Death, losing loved ones. I had a friend I had to, counsel. She lost a loved one. And it
Mhm.
just really devastated her. Because I always say, whatever you go through, don't let it consume you and put you in that dark place. You got to still live, because if it wasn't meant for you to live, it would have went the other way. But you got to live, live through what you go through, basically, and just push the best you can,
Okay.
which is
So
make.
was writing the book therapeutic for you?
Yes,
Why?
it was. And then it's funny because you read, they give you you reread it, what you wrote. And I got emotional because that was me. I was very emotional. I had a little crying spell. People like, why you crying? I'm like, I don't know. But but yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, cry baby. But it's just because it takes you back. When you just reread what actually happened, it can take you back. But it was therapeutic. I thought it was over the emotional part, but I met with somebody today and we was talking about it.
Mm.
Tissue, right? And I saw that. I said, I thought I was over this part. I said, but I guess I'll never be. Because when you just think about life and how you was, you was here and then it's just changing at the blink of an eye. That's why
Yeah.
I tell people, love on your loved ones, because it could be you. And it happens out of nowhere. You don't know how I have like a lady that I know just I saw a week ago and had a headache. And then she just ended up and passed away. So that's why I say you just never know. It's
Yeah.
just, so yeah.
And that's why the title of your book is so fitting.
Yes, I'm still
Say,
here.
I'm still here.
Right.
You're still here through it all.
And my faith got me here.
Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah,
You are
through it
still
all.
here. So, what's the message do you hope every reader uh may walk away with after finishing the book?
That they can conquer anything they put their mind to do. When if they whatever they need, going through facing a challenge in life, that they can conquer anything that they may be going through. It's your mindset. I
Mm,
always say it's a mindset. You have to want it for
yeah.
yourself. That's what I always say. You got to want it for yourself. It's all up in here. It's what you set your mind to.
Now, this wasn't a question. It hit me early today, and I said I was going to ask the question because like I say, I see you often on Facebook working out,
Yes.
doing your workout, doing your drills, doing
Hmm.
your movements,
Yes.
drills, and just your step and on the hurdles, and have it. Have anybody approached you, or have you thought about it? Have you um been planning on it, doing a workout video other than just the clips that you do on Facebook? Like literally, like how people do working out with Coretta.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is that
Yeah.
is that in the future?
Yes, it is. Actually, I started it a while back with this man. He would used to come out there and walk because when he saw me walking, they said he used to come out there before I started, but he
Mhm.
had to drop foot. So we used to work out. I hadn't started. He started improving, walking better, and we was doing squats and stuff like that. And one day, he brought his daughter with him, and she was like, you know how she went back and said something to her mama about how we work out. I had to tell the girl, I said, look, girl, you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm just trying to help your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
from that point on, whatever she went home and told her mama, he stopped coming. So,
Oh no!
but he was doing so great
Wow,
and
wow.
just
But
like that.
yeah,
But when
that,
he,
I was thinking about that today. I say, man, you know what? She should do a collaboration, all her video clips or whatever, or just have a moment where just work out with Coretta, and I'm sure there'll probably be so many those that are going through strokes that would probably want to tune in.
yes,
YouTube. I mean, do a YouTube channel, YouTube video where you're working with
there's
Coretta.
something to think about. Yes, yes. But yeah,
I'm just, y'all, give me, a little credit later when y'all do it. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
yeah, I got you. I got you. But
But
that's something to think about. Yeah.
no, that hit me today.
I always said, I'm inspired to train them, because what my trainer taught me, I'm ready to teach them. But I have to realize everybody to my level, So like Joy, I'm like, Joy, do this. She talking about. She let me know. She didn't know I'm not doing that because I can't. Not that she can't. She don't want to try yet. She's fearful. Like I said, that's why I took it to my girl to get over her fear factor. But I know once she do that, we'll be probably be neck and neck by then. She'll be willing to do much more. But yeah.
Through it all, we're gonna close out soon. Through it all, what was the scripture? Um, what scripture became your anchor, your foundation to that you probably read every day or quoted during your recovery? What was
I
one of
can
the scripture?
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Wow, wow, wow.
I know. And you know what? I used to when I feel like when I used to be really when I used to be working out sometime and I was just sluggish, like I don't feel like, but whenever I repeated that, I was able to get through that workout. I kid you not. I was like, I can do all things through Christ that strengthened me. And it just pushed me to finish. Because I had to do that a lot to
Right.
even keep going, So yeah.
So, what would you say to someone who has recently experienced a stroke and feel they feel like throwing in the towel? They feel
I
like
know
giving up.
you
They
can't give up. You got to keep going. That's the only way you're gonna get over, you know, get there, get back. You can't give up. You got to have the mindset, be willing to move forward.
Yeah. What I mean, other than like share with them what other than your belief and your faith, what really motivated you to just keep going and not give
Because I didn't want to be like this, So I was trying to do everything. I still try to do everything to get me back. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm doing what I can do with what I have left. But that's what, because just not wanting to be this in this place, because in this space, because I know this is not who I am and who I was. So
Mhm.
that's what motivates me
And
to
that's
get.
and that's why I call you my inspiration, because I see more of your Facebook posts and I'm like, she just living the life. She just like
Yeah.
she she just like going. She be here, she be there, she be
Oh, yeah,
hanging
I live.
out, having a good. I saw one of your little video. I started to play it. I started to say it. You were doing a little dance. I say,
Oh,
go
yeah.
bad self. All
I,
right,
I enjoy life.
yeah.
I
Here,
always say, God spared me here. That means it's for me to live it and
right.
live through what I'm going through. Because He kept me. I keep saying, if it wasn't for me to live through it and keep going, He would have. I would have been 6 feet under. He would have took me with Him. Then 8 years ago. But I'm still here. So
And now let's do this. I'm gonna ask you this question. Two more questions.
okay.
Um, we're both believers. We in the church or whatever. How how can the churches and communities better better support stroke? How would they be? How what would be something that you would say to churches and communities to say, hey y'all, you know this, we need to support these, support stroke survivors better than what we're doing. What is something that you would say to churches and communities?
I would say, well, I would say, um, when you have a faithful church member and their life has changed tremendously, no, don't, just life changed tremendously. You knew they was the ongoing giver, but financially, just like, sometimes you ain't got to ask people, do you need something? I don't work, so I don't work no more. Why you got to ask me, do I need anything? Because if most of the time, I'm going to tell you no, because, I'm being taken care of. But, that's just me. I don't, it's like, I got, I have to say, well, this child don't work here. Here, honey, take this. Bless you. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially if they was a giver, a good giver. I mean, giver of
Right.
your congregation. You know what I'm saying? It's like this, but people don't think like you think. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've learned through this journey. Because it's
Mhm.
like, this lady was a thriving hairstylist. Doing this, living this type of life. She don't work. Just bless her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I would say to the church. Just
Yeah.
love
And,
your
and
members, your
and
faithful members.
also, my thing is, I believe the churches and communities needs to be more informative
Right.
of what's going with strokes, and not just with strokes, but stroke survivors, and like you said, be more engaging. Like if you
And
know,
be supportive with whatever they got going on. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Be
if you
supportive
know they
whatever
are
they got going on. Meet them. Okay, let me support. This
right.
our member. Let us see how we can support her. You know what I'm saying? What she got going on? Because you posted everything. You doing this and you're doing that, and and it's just like, but that part. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, because why you got to ask? You know my
Right.
condition. You know where I am,
Right.
and
Exactly.
every now and then, you know what? Let's bless Sister Morgan. Uh,
Right.
with a little something, help her out because we know it's expensive. She's not
No
working.
matter how I look well, because my
Oh,
husband's been doing a doggone good job. Make sure I don't miss a beat. That's what I'm saying. But don't look at people like that. Oh, she don't need nothing. They gotta
no,
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 but you don't know that it's a
no.
struggle on everybody got to put in
Right,
and help.
right.
It's still a struggle regardless of what you're doing.
It's still a struggle
We make it look good, but who?
because
You know,
even if people try and look at it that way, you went from two household income
right
to
to
one.
one. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Still thriving.
and still
Thank
going,
God.
still growing. All right, listen. What's next? What's next
What's
for what's next for Coretta Smith Morgan?
What's next? I do a stroll for stroke walk every month in May, every year in the month of May because that's Stroke Survivor Month. So
Okay.
I always do a stroke walk. So what I have forthcoming is called stroll for stroke.
Scroll.
No, 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 that's the walk. It's called Stroke the Runway. I'm getting ready to do a fashion show with
Oh,
stroke survivors. It's called uh, uh yeah, Stroke the Runway. That's what it's called.
Broke the
But I'm
runway.
getting
Wow. Okay.
in October. We getting ready.
So when is this? October? You looking at look?
October the 10th. Yes, I'm looking at October 10th. I'm getting ready to put out the save the date. October 10th. I'm doing a Stroke the Runway fashion show with stroke survivors. Y'all, it's gonna be.
Wow.
But yeah, it'll be men that has
Yeah.
encountered a stroke through
Survivors.
in
Stroke
their life. Yeah,
survivors.
yeah, stroke survivors.
Yeah. Wow, that'll be nice. That's gonna be very interesting. Now, please make sure you get me that information.
I will. I'm putting out the same date, but when we get everything in sync in the original flyer, I will make sure you get both. So you put it on your
Yeah.
calendar.
Give me both. I can put it out here.
Yeah,
I'll
sure will. I
mention
sure
it on
will.
here, and then we'll have to bring you back on be prior to
Okay,
to announce it and advertise it.
that sounds great.
That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be nice.
Yes.
I mean, I know you're working on the vendor space and all that stuff, but
Oh
that's
yeah.
it's
And
coming.
I got the one I was praying for. The business space I was praying for is gonna. That's where it's gonna be. And
It's gonna be
God answered me. It's gonna
wow.
be a nice ambiance. You have comfortable seating. You gonna be like you looking at a movie. But yes, so
Okay.
it's gonna be nice. Very
Hey,
nice.
y'all, listen, everybody. You've been locked into the South Florida Live podcast with my new friend and my
Okay.
sister, Coretta Smith Morgan, survivor. She's still here, y'all. She's
Yeah.
still here, and she's my inspiration. She ain't y'all inspiration. She might no, I'm just playing. I'll share her with y'all. She's my inspiration.
I
Um,
would never love for everybody.
she's been my inspiration for a while. Just watching her do what she do, and that encouraged me, that lifts me up. So y'all, if you don't know her, and if you're on Facebook,
Now
if
you
you're
know.
on YouTube, Facebook, pull up. I'm telling you, friend requester, y'all. When I say she be doing it, she be working. She
It's
be working.
all God. It's not me. All
When
God.
I saw her sprinting, I say, boy, look at this, look at here, right here. So, once again, thank you so much for joining us this evening and
Thank you for
sharing your
having
journey
me.
with us. Um, we're family now, so you come back anytime that you choose to. Let me know, and definitely prior to October, get me that information,
Oh
and
gosh.
I'm going to get the book. I'm going to get the book and I'm going to read the book, go through it and read it, and then hopefully we can bring you back on and discuss it, talk about it.
Okay. Sounds
That's
good.
all right. Hey,
All
once
right.
again, y'all, it's Coretta Smith
You
Morgan.
all.
She's still standing, y'all. She's still here. She's still here. All right.
Thank you.
God bless you, my sister.
You too.
All right, listen. All right, y'all. Listen. Wow. What a night. What a night. What a night. What a night, y'all. What a night. Listen, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in on tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in on tonight. Um, joining us tonight. Thank you so much. I told you guys this was gonna be great. Wow, just to hear a story, it means a lot because like I said, I've gone through it with my mom, you know, and to see her recover like she did, see my pastor, the way he recovered, and God kept him and blessed him, and to to be able to preach again. So God is good, God is able. Just to see her, like I say, inspiration for me, to see her do the things that she do in the condition that she's in. And she's not giving up. She haven't given up. She's a fighter and a true inspiration to us all. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us on this evening. I appreciate everyone. You've been locked into the South Florida Live podcast. It is Thriving Thursday. So we were talking about some things that matter. And that's my inspiration, y'all. Hey, listen. Once again, just vote. Let's vote. Let's vote. Let's vote. Get out the vote. Get out the vote next week. Get out the vote. Let's do it. Get out the vote. Early voting. Then we got main voting on the 18th. All right. Take care of it. Do what you got to do. All right. Hey, listen, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. That's an action word. And as I always say, listen, I'll pray for you. Y'all keep praying for me, and we're going to watch God change things. All right. God bless you.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.